Hey guys, what's going on? Matt here, and welcome back to the Black Ops 3 mod tool tutorial series. So, last video we left off just by installing the tools. Now let's click on the launch button and open up our launcher. There you go. So, as you can see, it's pretty nice. If you'd use the old World at War version, you notice this is a lot cleaner, and it's actually a lot more straightforward now, so which is quite nice. So, of course, we'll actually be creating the map files in this video as well, so we can begin the first project. So, of course, you have your file, which is creating a new map. Your asset editor, which is called APE, that's APE, and that is effectively how you literally edit everything. So everything from textures and materials and all your models, things like that. That all goes through here, including things like lighting. Some parts of your lighting, skyboxes, things like that, all happens within there. You got, of course, open your Radiant, which Radiant is your level editor. In this case, we're using something called Radiant Black, and it's very, very similar to the old Radiant, but it's got a new, quite a few nice features added extra. In fact, it's got quite a lot of nice new features. Export to bin. I never really use that at all, but I'm sure we'll use it when we get round to it. It's, as far as I'm aware, it's just about basically converting model assets. Pretty much. As far as I'm aware, that's all it really does. I never really use it though, personally. I use a third-party tool that's just got everything built into it instead. So you got that. You got, of course, edit, which is your build, which is the same over here, which I'll get into in a second. You've also got publish, which is uploading your work to the Steam Workshop, which we'll be doing at the very end. But of course, we need to make the map first. You have help, which is as you'd expect. So this is your map list. No, you've also got your buttons at the top here, which is the same as these menus. So here's your map list. You'll have MP Combine and a ZM Giant when you first start. I have ZM Test just because that's my test map I'm going to be referencing if need be. I will be creating another one in a second now. So, you know what? Let's create the map file first, and then I can talk you guys through this. So, to begin with, I'm going to use this one just because I'm used to it. So, what you need to be doing is using a prefix. So for every zombie map, you're going to be doing ZM underscore and then the map name. So in this case, I'm making one called Ritual. Now, I was originally going to be making this map for a normal map, which I'd be doing, not recording it. But I figured everything I'd be doing in it features quite a lot of things that I reckon a lot of people in the community would like to do. It was going to be quite a basic map, but one which was going to be quite highly detailed, hopefully, and quite fun. So let's make one called Ritual. So ZM underscore Ritual. Of course, select it's a ZM mod level. So pretty much anything you want can go in there, and just make it's got ZM underscore, and don't include any spaces. Basically, separate your words by underscores. That's the correct way to do it. So I'm going to click OK. So I'm going to create all my files. Lovely. So, if I was to open it now, it would be a blank map. What I'm not going to do though is compile anything because I want to show you guys how it looks in Radiant without anything done. Okay, so when we do come to compile it, I'm going to select this, or select whichever map you want to do. Giant, by the way, is Doris. That's the Black Ops 3 version of Doris. So, select your map. Now, compile is in terms of entities. So, if you, let's say, was to change a node in your map, which, I realise some people won't know what nodes are. Later on, you will know what they are. Then, of course, just select ENTS, which is your entities. If you want to, compile everything, then go full. Lighting is, as it says, it's your lighting. Now, of course, if you're going to do it on low quality, then it's going to take much shorter amount of time than doing high. Now, I should warn you, these tools do take up quite a lot of your computer resources. So things like RAM and processing power. So if you don't have the best PC, I definitely recommend sticking it always on low. If you have a really, really ridiculous rig, I'd say compile on medium. Just because high, unless you're doing a release build, I personally never use it. If you want to, go ahead, but it does take a lot of time. Like a lot of time. So yeah, most of my maps in the past can take at least 30 minutes for a compile, just on Medium. So yeah. So link is if you're doing any script changes. So let's say we were to be doing an Easter egg. We haven't changed anything in the actual map. We've just changed some code. We'll just, we'll literally just leave it on link, and it'll just do that job. And then you get your build button, which is doing everything you've selected, depending on what you want, and then it'll build it all and make it playable in game. Of course, you will get some errors here potentially, which is your console output. So you need to be fixing errors as you're going along. That's just good practice. So yeah. So now we've got our map created. Next video we'll be going into Radiant, and we'll actually be giving you guys a bit of an overview of how to use Radiant, and then kickstarting into actually creating the map and creating what we actually want to be creating. So thanks for watching this, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my very best to clear anything up there. Well, that's a bit of an overview of your launcher. We will be revisiting this, and actually compiling things when it comes to that time. But for the moment, we don't really need to. We need to create content first. So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys later.